All right, ladies and gentlemen, traders, what's up? What's up? Good morning. Good morning. How you guys doing? Welcome back. Welcome back to another live session. Here we are once again, looking forward to the opportunities. Man, oh man, was it a good month last month? And was it a good week last week? And today we're coming in, we've studied, and we're looking to make adjustments. We're looking to be our best selves. So, for those of you on YouTube, as you're tuning in, hit that thumbs up. And of course, be sure to take a look at our disclaimer, which is up right now. For those traders in the Discord who are here every single day religiously, they already know the disclaimer well and clear. But for those of you tuning in on YouTube, especially if you might be a newer viewer, guys, remember that what we're doing here is risky business. It can seem easy at times. It can seem easy. You look away, you look back, man, wow, Relentless Trader, the guy is up 3,000. It can seem easy, but best believe it's the hardest thing that I've had to learn how to do, and it's the hardest thing that I continue to do here on a daily basis. So the risk is real, and like any other business in the United States of America, it has its pros and its cons, and so you have to take that into consideration. And with anything in life, when you're new at it, when you're now starting, more than likely you're gonna have trouble. All right, you have to go give yourself time to experience, to gain the necessary experience. And one second here, one sec. Okay. I apologize about that, but I'm back. Some awkward timing there, but I'm back. I'm back. Okay. Time 9:20 a.m. As I was saying before, be careful if you're a newer trader, right? Day trading, it's risky business. Risky business. Let me take a sip of water here. Another thing too, quickly before we move on from this disclaimer screen, guys, remember that copy trading would be the death of you. If you attempt to copy trade me, you will be at the mercies of the market. And the market is merciless, all right? A lot of my trades are extremely quick trades, and I always have a risk in mind. Every time I hit the buy button, I have a risk in mind. So, you have to understand that it takes months, more commonly years, to become consistent. And lastly, I do not invest for my subscribers. What that means is that I'll never message you first randomly. So be careful of the fake accounts. All right. Now let's jump into it. And quick side note, as you can see in the top left hand corner, it does say connected and real-time data here at Thinkorswim, signifying my real account, the last four of my account number, because I'm a madman as well. Okay, now let's jump into it. So what's moving and what's not? I did look at the scanners already, and there's a couple. I'm watching BENF, XBP. BENF is continuation. There's also SGE, but sold off a little bit. And lastly, TCBP. There is one cheaper stock below $1, but I'm not going to bother watching that. And for the last 2-3 weeks, it seems like we've been seeing something between 1 and 3 grinding action. And then the last 3 days, we've been seeing some more expensive stocks getting halted and things like that. So looking forward to the opportunities here. Let's pose this to the alert section as well as the live stream. John B, how you doing today? Mikey T, Skull, guys, hit Crystal Ball, hit that thumbs up. Guys, hit that thumbs up. Consider subscribing as well. Okay, let me get some trend lines going. I'm going to start off with XBP. This is our leading stock today. It's already up 100% with 23 million shares of volume. We've been having resistance around 469. The low of our consolidation here has been about 410. This does not look too bad. In fact, into the open, I want to keep an eye on this area here to see how well we do, especially if it comes down. Can we hold up the VWAP? Perhaps reclaim this level, curl back up to the higher side of the range. I want to keep an eye out for that. I'm going to start up my screen recording here. All right, moving on. So let's check the daily chart. How are we doing? 200 EMA on the daily is at 884. So I like to map out the high and the low on my pre-market chart because it gives me a good range, right? It lets me know what the stock has been doing, how it's been behaving. 884 to 200 EMA on the daily doesn't look bad. And I'm going to also go back and see where we had significant candlesticks and or volume. Nothing major in the recent time frame, but if I go back to December 14th, I can see that we had a high of 1110, 3.7 million shares of volume. Perhaps a level that short sellers might be interested in if the stock does get going. Sometimes they'll short against these key levels. But yeah, I think that's a fair range. Hey, if this is really strong, can we get up to 884? And then even if it's stronger, perhaps $11. Anything above that will just be a field day if this goes But yeah, it's already up 100%. I do want to be careful of it having to consolidate and perhaps pull back before going up higher. Some days they'll just keep going right away. It all depends. But I want to be reactive. I want to react to whatever it's doing and not try to just not try to guess. I want to be reactive. BENF, moving on. Continuation name from Friday. Let's see, how well did we do versus Friday's levels? Friday, we had a high point of 13. 13 for Friday's high. I'm going to put this in a blue trend line. All right. Today, let's see, we pulled back. We opened up a little higher, which is why I'm even interested here. I'll be honest. It did open up higher. Low of this wick was 743. But I think I'm going to watch around 760s to see if it continues to hold. And then we have the high point here for pre-market. Sometimes these stocks do curl up, especially if we can gain volume, get halted up. We had the high point around $10. So can we see over 10 for BENF? Especially if this thing starts to uptrend early, it could be good for potential continuation and a retest of 13. SGE. SGE, on the other hand, is up 42%. Up 42%. Sold off a little bit though, 240 for the highs earlier. Lows all the way down here at 142. Daily chart doesn't seem bad. I think a good target could be 375 and then 435. 375 and then 435. I think those are going to be the two levels that I watch for that one. Looking back at the daily chart. Lastly, we have TCBP. This one did sell off as well, and for those reasons, I'm not going to keep it I have room for 3. This is going to be my 4th string stock. So I will not be watching it right away, but if the other 3 are weak, I definitely want to be rotating through all 4 just to see what's going on. There's a 2-minute warning. I'm glad, okay, this is good timing. This is perfect, man. This is good. I feel amazing. There's nothing better than me coming back and trying again. There's always a lot of, good emotions that I feel, and I'm very eager to come back and give it another go. And so here we are, right? So it's time to have some fun. I will always look forward to the opportunities. So XBP is going to be my main stock. And yeah, other than that, I'm looking forward to being disciplined today. I'm looking forward to being patient. As mentioned, I want to be reactive, and I want to trade the patterns and setups that I know and love. I'm going to start with small size as I usually do. And then as we start to see some consistency, I'll look to increase my risk. And the goal is to, hey, lock in a green day, if possible. I want to lock in a green day, which I think we should be able to do as long as there's opportunities. Most times I'm green, I'll give back profits, on other days. So get green, stay green. That's the MO, right? That's the mission objective. Get green, stay green, get out with green. All right, it's time to go racing. I'm gonna take a sip of water. This used to be tradition. Yeah, John B is right. My April down 2,300 or something like that. Oh no, that's for May. April, the recap is gonna be out today. I waited because we're gonna do this. We're gonna announce the trip today. So I waited for Monday, and here we are. So that monthly recap will be out later. XBP, what will it be here? BENF, moving up a little bit. XBP, low 13 versus that bottom, which it wasn't bad. We'll see how it shapes up here. I wouldn't mind seeing a breakdown and a reclaim. I wonder how TCBP is looking. I also got to keep an eye on the scans. Got to keep an eye on the chat as well for callouts. A lot of multitasking here. Can we get a bounce up here and reclaim? Tight stops for me. Doesn't seem to be flushing down through 4, so I'll try again. Small share size here, not looking to be ultra aggressive yet. You know, there's 7, a couple cents. At least I'll get myself on the scoreboard here. Well, let's see if it does end up holding. BENF, on the other hand, did give a bit of a red to green. It's coming down. 96. VWAP is right here, so this will be important to see if this holds up. I look away, look back, it's down a bit. That's cool. 88, so we're really pulling. I'm switching over to BENF. Let's see if this continues. Seems like it's a little extended. Gotta be careful here. Come on, pull back. I'm gonna get caught. Small loss. Let's pull it up. We are gonna get the pullback. You know, yesterday I was gaming and I realized something very similar, right? In that situation there. I gotta be more patient. Crazy connection. SGE is also moving up. SGE, nice move, but pulling back aggressively. Also high 95. Uh, I think we're very close to seeing the push through. I'm gonna take the couple of cents though and try again. But so far so good. It is a little tricky because of the spreads. My goodness. Good God. Well, I'm not going to get caught for the entire loss, but okay, cool. It was the third time. The candlestick did look a little weak right here, but we wouldn't want to see this type of reaction. Give us 830, not 770. I'm switching over to SGE. But the risk, hey, the risk is real. That doesn't take a lot, right? If I'm a little slower to sell, I'm already down 1K right there, or maybe more. Sometimes you gotta roll your eye and just keep it pushing. No lingering. This is a little high, but I'll take it. I might re-average SGE. $94 fill, not a bad fill. I don't want to see a pullback to the lows, but it looks like we might see that. It's all over the place. It still looks bullish on the 5 minute, but I think I'm in too high. Hold up. Let me get myself in gear here. Low is 79. Yeah, I think it still looks good. It is fluctuating quite a bit. XBP. XBP could be good for resumption. Also, do I want to trade that dip out of that halt down? I think so. Um, hmm. Some days I really think I want more screen real estate. It's just, you know, kind of need it. I think I'm gonna come down to just one. Um, what's this high? 98. Okay, this SGE, I like it if we can see a pullback here and a reclaim. XBP, I do like over 4, and BENF on the halt resumption lower. I think there could be an opportunity. Although I'm just going to use 1,000 shares. XBP is trying, but it's a little tricky here. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? And I might be missing the other one, which is at 79. Alright, the losses are adding up. Gotta be careful. 72. Can we hold up? It's gonna break over 4. Time? There's 2 minutes left in this 5 minute candle. Perhaps XBP requires a longer hold time, but I don't want to be watching too many of them at once. I want to see SGE hold up these levels here as the 5 minute candle is near completion. And can we get a curl back up through VWAP? Cutting it. Switching to XBP. Yeah, it looks like the slow grind is kind of more of what's happening here. It's like slowly grinding up. SGE, I wanted to see it hold up above 70, 69 area. It's pulling back. High of days at 33. It's a better push here than I expected so far. Not bad, actually. I wonder if it does open up. I was honestly thinking we would see more of like a consolidation around those lows. Low of the current candle's 10. High is at 19. Low of the last is 02. Too soon. Perhaps a retest of the lows here. My average is super high. This is not good. Yep. All right, I'll take that loss. I thought I had those two filled at 93, but it's failing. It's coming down. It's a good dip though. But the one beautiful dip I like, which size to the depths. Well, if there's ever a place for me to be aggressive on a dip, it's right there. Right into the VWAP range. To the depths. Alright, cool. TCBP. And the other one is still halted down. BENF. TCBP. Weakness. So is this the one? The goal every day is to find the one. I think this might be the one. Resumption on BENF will be at 44.30. Halt is at 73 right here. High 33. Last high was 33 before the breakout, which means we're super extended. It's getting halted up here. I'm late to the show. I chose the wrong, all the other ones I looked at, wrong choice. Well, better late than never. Now we can get the day started. It's halted up. Resumption for BENF is in about a minute and a half. I still do think that there's going to be an opportunity here, and it's showing a gap lower. It's showing 06, which could be pretty good. Let's pull this up. Guys, if you're watching on YouTube, be sure to hit that thumbs up. Be sure to hit that thumbs up. If you're a new viewer, also consider subscribing to the channel. We are trading in a live account over PDT. We're keeping it real, keeping it transparent, showing you guys all the big green, big red, everything in between. There's less than a minute to resumption, assuming this is a 10-minute halt on BENF. I think if it gaps lower, and hopefully it does, we can see a bounce up. So I'm watching to be a little bit more on the aggressive side if it does. It depends on if it opens up at 74 or 07. It's fluctuating between both of those two levels. But I think it's going to resume at 07 or 710, which is a pretty big drop. So I'll see. Five seconds. Here we go. Come on, drop some more. It'll resume to 30. I didn't take it. I could have been long. I could have made something there. But I would love to see the bigger drop. It's saying the resumption was 20. We got up to 67 from about 35. I could have been in maybe 44. Just about a 10-cent trade. Nothing special. And the resumption was higher than I would have wanted. But not bad. So, okay, TCBP. Switching back. TCBP. High 83. Pre-market high 08. XBP, man. XBP. to the gallows. Upwards and onwards. Resumption time here. 47. 47, 42. GameStop is moving a little bit, and if anybody's interested in that. Not sure how the price action is though. So the only thing here is that I'm a little late to the show, and I'm not too certain of how the price action is. Saw a little bit of it at the pullback at 56. It was an aggressive move back up to about 65 perhaps, and then we got to 70, and then it accelerated again over 70. So it's been aggressive. Question is, can we see another move before any dip? We had consecutive halt resumptions Friday. Is that something we're going to see here as well? I will have size ready too, in case I need it. But looking to start with just about, let's say 2200. Can we be accurate here and lock in some good trades? 47, 43, so it's less than a minute. I gotta start hitting the bids more in some of these flushes to try and get that lower fill. Some days I do it when the spreads are like really big, but other times you think you can get a nice fill with, you know, it's a cheaper stock, but not always the case. We got a couple seconds. We're at 83. Let's see what it does. Oh, okay. It's fluctuating. It's fluctuating too a little too crazy. Can we hold? Can we hold? Good fill. Can we see push through 90? So far, so good. It's decent. It's a little crazy there at 3 just now. Can we hold up our levels? 70 on the bids. 67. Perhaps it held up there. I'm gonna take 73. Tight stop. It seems like it's struggling. You know, coming down. So we got to give it some time for that bigger dip. There's a lot of volume on this candlestick too. There's 30 seconds left. The low is at 57 so far. 20 seconds. My fills are in the moon. I got filled 63, taking 57. It could be failing. It needs to bottom out like right here. If not, it's like a little too much. If not, it's a little too much. Yeah, and I got a sights down because I'm down a fair amount, even after just these couple of trades. It needs to bottom out right there. What was that? 52. So it's quite a steep pullback. Let's see if it does curl. I mean, the move up was pretty big, so it's fair. It's pretty fair. Time. Candles is a little young. $65 for the high. Brother. New low. Well, to the depths I go. To the depths I go. Fair trade. Looking for the bigger move up. Is it the backside? Perhaps it is. From $3 down to 40. Just too much of a dip. Maybe another maybe it gives another move, but we'll probably need some consolidation. So I'll check back on it in a couple minutes. But not good, not good. Well, just like that, let's check the damage. Oh my goodness. $1,600. Brother. Low 42. We are seeing a bounce. The VWAP. Yeah, I gotta size down. I have no choice at this point. I didn't even realize I was down more than like 1K. So we've had a bounce at VWAP. It was a good bounce too, to 61. Pretty decent. I gotta give it a sec. Try to get into a good rhythm here. Can we hold up the previous low? If not, this low just even beyond weakness here. As long as we don't see any sort of flush, I don't mind giving it a couple cents. Everywhere where I think is the bottom, there's a new bottom. Okay. And a new bottom. Lovely. Brother. I showed up here for a nice sweet green day. And the depths is calling me. 230 for the lows. Maybe it's finished. VENF. Struggling. SGE. Is this one halted up? There's a lot of false breakouts here. In terms of like a stock holding up its levels. We had some opportunities. BENF sold off. TCBP one and done after that breakout at 30. I missed the entire move up. Expected some sort of a pullback. Thought it was a little, I think maybe I was a little too aggressive though, because I thought it was a little tighter when I bought 70. Was that 70? Yeah. And then I tried 57, got a high fill 63, stopped out all the way 52. Like just getting caught in, where I'm looking to risk just about 4 cents, 5 cents. Getting caught for like a 10-cent move down every time. You take a few of those with 2,000 shares, $200, $250, it adds up pretty quickly. SGE, 55.49 for resumption, so there's about a minute. And I'm saying this for the third time, but is this the one? Guys, be sure to hit that thumbs up, and of course, if you're a new viewer, consider subscribing to the channel. As of right now, this is probably my second biggest drawdown of the year. The last drawdown was when I was like red 5K on that day. I think we ended down like 3,200. between today and Friday, I'm kind of red. So I got to be careful. Smaller size. Couple seconds. SGE, just 1,200 shares. 222. Perhaps it's a 10-minute halt. If you have shares, of course, keep watching. It looks like it's 10 minutes. NRXP. Volume is kind of light. It's a little unbelievable that I'm not connecting on these. I mean, the moves are here. I feel great mentally, which is worth me saying out loud. But just a tiny bit disappointed to not see some, at least one of these stocks do anything. I'm gonna set a max loss at 2K. If I'm down more than 2K, I'll have to I have $400 of room, so I have to make it count. Smaller size, longevity. I did take like 6,000 shares a few times on the other on TCBP on the resumption, but did not connect. Fair trades too. Fair trades. One area around 96 for break of 3 didn't quite push through. But those are the trades where I can give myself a good shot though. If we do get that move, 410 or let's say 310, 315, 320 starts to add up pretty quickly. Green Dream, we hope you're all good. Saying that the internet went out there. All right. NUVO. NUVO. Holy smokes. I'm missing that one. It was right on the halt scanner too. 57, 80, 85, 90. Shit. Bretta. What a beautiful move. Low, 45 current candle. High is at 94. It is pretty volatile. Highest fill on the ask, of course. Tight stop. There's a seller at 74. NUVO. Recently resumed. Resumption on the other one is in less than 40 seconds. This price action is it's gonna drive me nuts. Double top for NUVO at 94. Resumption coming up for the other one, SGE, in about 10 seconds. And this dip is probably a good dip, and I'm missing it. Can we get a dip? Can we get a dip? A bigger dip? I get the worst fill there. Lovely. Right on cue. I think 45 was the low. Or 34 actually. Sounds like the depths. Red day recap. 34 for the lows. High of the current candle, 67. Oh 06 for the halt up. NUVO was the low, 95. How's the 5-minute chart looking? It honestly still looks pretty good. But will this one hold up? High of the last candle's 45. No fill. If not, I would have to buy the ask at 11 or 13. Only 145 shares, man. Could have been a great trade. See, those are the trades I need that I'm not getting to offset some of these losses. That would have been 40 cents, 400 bucks. Or at least 30 cents, 300 bucks. Small size. High 45. There might be a scalp here. And there is. If it dips, I'll be back in. Dip, 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 dip. High of day, high of day, high of day. Can we see it? Oh, it's failing. Oh no, it's struggling at the highs. Over 5. I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go, or I'll wait for a dip. It's too risky. Talk to me nicely here, NUVO. There's my dip, and I'll get the highest fill as usual. Beautiful dip, man. Quick entry, highest fill. It still fails, but still, come on. Okay, SGE, switching back. I can't catch a break. And it's back up. It's back up to 60. What type of roller coaster madness is this, man? Resumption time here, 7:07. The moment I start to feel good, right back to the depths. And it's back at the highs. Bro, what in the world? 550 halting up. Unbelievable. The resumption is coming up in 2 minutes. It can't only be me getting these terrible fills. Gotta utilize limit orders is the only way. And the pullbacks are brutal. I might be at my max loss. Well, yeah, I'm over it. Well, I gotta size. I have no choice but to size. I have to exercise discipline. The bad part is that it feels like the day is still kind of young and hot. But I lost so much so quickly. I don't have a choice. This is where I want to, take this monitor and throw it out the window. Unreal, brother. If I was using 6,000 shares every trade, it'll make more sense. Now, mentally, I still feel fine. I'm asking myself, do I want to push it? Do I want to, hard stop here? Because then if it doesn't go well, this will become like a $3,000 red day, then a $4,000 red day, and it'll keep going. So I got a decision to make here. While the momentum is hot, it is just the volatility is killing me with the fills as we get a lower resumption here. Over 86, perhaps. Well, no, perhaps a dip. 56. Yeah, it's grinding up here though. Resumption on SGE, resuming lower. This ridiculousness. The only reason I wouldn't walk away immediately though is because I'm not feeling tilted mentally. I feel great, but the great trades I usually always take, doing its own thing. This is a good flag for NUVO. This is a good flag, low 470. I gotta accept the risk if I stay, and I do. I gotta be very careful though, because again, it could be a pretty big red day quickly. So I think just 1,000 shares max on everything, maximum, no matter what. Just 1,000 shares max, and try to do damage control. So that's the decision I'm gonna make. If I go down more though, I'll have no choice. I'm out too soon there. This is gonna be a huge move. 57, 70. We'll see if it does pull back. Taking 38. Can we get the bounce back? So again, there's opportunity. It's a matter of getting the better fills and not getting caught in every move down. I think we got this. 1,000 shares small size. We've done it before. We can do it again. Damage control. Good. Now show me 60 and 70. See, bids from 50 to 35 right there. That's what I don't want to see. We have to hold up our levels and push higher. The moment I get the high fill, I gotta keep cutting it. Waiting. Nothing we haven't seen before. It seems like there's a hidden seller at 85. A small hidden seller, perhaps. High or low? Okay. Well, I wasn't aggressive enough to take it high right there. High or low? High or low? That was a good breakout. Good move. I think that'll be my first missed trade today. Low. The halt up is at 59. 77 for the halt up. I wouldn't mind seeing it if it happens here. Tricky area to get long. $77 for the halt up. Now 99. Believe it or not, this is the same type of momentum I'd be, up $10,000 on. The fine line, I tell you. Most impressive. 30 there for that pullback, but there's a spread. You got to be careful of the spreads. I got to throw out more orders. But I got to just use the bids. At least try to get some sort of fill. Seems to be struggling a little bit. We got to be careful of it being on the backside. It must hold up here. If not, it's just too much of a dip. I want to get stopped out at the whole dollar there, though. That initial drop is not the bottom ever here. At least these last couple days. And look how beautiful the reversal is. See, I'm missing too many of those types of trades. Getting caught buying a little too high on the dip. I'm in at 20, needed to be in more so around 11, 10. The candle's about to close. Can we hold up? If not, it's to the depths. Can we see a short squeeze here? It might go all the way. It might go all the way. Can we? Oh, no, not quite. Close. Freaking spreads are massive. Back down to 30 on the bids. For anybody who is though connecting like fully and anticipating the dips down properly, it's a massive day without a doubt. Store having some trouble connecting. So we did have a bit of a topping wick there, but it was an aggressive bounce back up. Because I still want to be careful of backside. I gotta cut my losses even quicker. My lingering trades. Perhaps too aggressive. Waiting. 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 That one's gonna bottom out at the actual drop and didn't not go lower. So watching for that lower pullback, now it's holding where I was getting in initially. Sometimes you can't make this stuff up. 72. All good in the hood. All good in the neighborhood. 31. Perhaps we get another pullback again. It seems like it's having trouble up there. Bad things that I can't take size. I gotta stick to 1K shares. We'll see if it does pull back some more. As long as we're not failing, I don't mind. Gonna be patient, gonna wait. I can attempt the breakout, but I'd rather see the pullback first. Come on down, the price is right. And we might be holding high here. Might be holding high. What was that low? 30, 40 area. 73 to high to last. I'm expecting a bigger pullback, but it's hard to say. It might not. If it doesn't, I'll watch the breakout. It's not really coming down, is it? I'm gonna get in here at a tight stop. I want to see over the highs. You're selling for 55, the bid teleports down to 40. Like, come on. Take me to the moon right here. Hidden sellers again. I'll try again. Can we see it? To squeeze the shorts one more time. Only 73. Okay. All right. Oh, I sold soon. Can we get that bounce? Do not fail. Fucking hell. All right, that's it. That's it. I think I might have given that one attempt too many. It green on the tape. It rips back up. I mean, fuck's sakes, man. And it teleports down to 40. Well, after a nice attempt of making back 700, right back to square one. I did not expect the breakout to be that good. I'm in at 79 and I sold a little early from 66 because it only got to 74. I was expecting immediate push over 70. I'm back in 79 and I'm out at 09. This was such a high fill here. I mean, gee, this was a high fill. And then this nonsense. This is my bread and butter momentum. Kicking my ass like this. Kind of crazy. Paying my tuition, man. Paying my tuition. If this thing goes all the way back to 780, mm-mm-mm. Damage control worked out nicely. Getting caught in almost every bigger drop, and fumbling most of the dips. It's not a good combination. But I think I gave that one attempt too many because it usually is instant. But what got me was seeing some nice green on the tape and it getting back to 11 by 20. So I'm like, okay, let me give it one last try. If not, tight stop. Looking for a 10-15 cent stop. My stop is 70 cents in the blink of an eye. We can't lie though, the breakouts are good though. The breakouts when it does decide to go are giving some amazing moves. If you're anticipating the dips properly, the dips have been great. Even there again at 43, you're back to 720. Even after looking a little weak, it's still on this aggression. At what point does it look good again? It does, but we got to be careful of the false breakouts. Bro, that's not good. That one was not even with warning. The low there was 7. The thing is that on the 5 minute chart, it's still bullish. It's still bullish. I think I'm gonna go back to damage control again and try again. I know the risk. I accept the risk. Mentally, I still do feel fine. We haven't seen a 5 minute pullback yet. And my guess is that because it's so extended, the first 5 minute pullback will probably be the end of the move whenever that does happen. So if we start to pull back too much, I'm going to just avoid any dip at that point. There could be bounce opportunities, but we might just be trending down ultimately. So from 7, even here back to 750, it's a tricky trade to capture, but something there. The new candle is 15 seconds out. I want to see the immediate move. I might try again. That's a high fill. I should have gotten a better fill there. Retest. Let's retest that level. Let's retest that level. This is risky business. This is some risky business, I tell you. It's been a while since I've seen it this volatile, but even then, I'm usually not like this inaccurate. It should go. It should go here. Can we see it? Only 94. Spreads are massive to the downside. I might miss this breakout. Yeah. Make up your mind. Up or down. 70. It's not. Okay, there we go. It's selling off now. I'm gonna take 47. Like the moment I'm trying to sell into a big move, the bids are already back down 20 cents. I did say I wanted the smoke last Friday. This is exactly what smoke looks like. High difficulty volatility. Gotta be locked in. Gotta stay focused. This is why I'm relentless, man. I'm gonna keep pushing as long as it makes sense to. Small size, damage control, whatever is necessary to ensure success. Too soon. Waiting. Waiting. Are we getting ready to push through? T NUVO. Low 45. It's struggling here. The high to last is 11. That longer hold time in this candle definitely would have been a little bit better. So I'll wait. Yeah, that was a bad trade. That's all me. That was a bad trade right there. I needed to wait. That low was what, 51? That was a bad trade. That was unacceptable. there are some hidden orders that are definitely throwing me off. And areas where I'm kind of seeming to be out too soon is because a lot of green is hitting the tape, but we're not going higher. And so I'm like, okay, there's definitely an order here. So as I sell, maybe a moment later, a second later, we push through the level, get an extra 15, 20 cents. I want to be careful of the very first red candle on the 5, which could be happening right here if it doesn't hold. I want to be patient here, not be too aggressive. This could be the beginning of the end. So I'll let it do its thing. I'll willingly avoid this dip here just to be safe. It of course still looks healthy, but because it is so extended, it's hard to say where we're gonna dip down to. So I'll just wait, let it do its thing, and if it's not the backside, I can give it another shot. If it is the backside, then that'll be it for me. SGE is crawling up a little bit. SGE. What's the low so far? 74. Four days in a row, I'm struggling on hot momentum. We have managed risk, relatively speaking, but not the predicament we want to see ourselves in. 4,000, well, 4,600 in 2 days. I can control that, by not sizing up at all. But of course, at the time, thinking the momentum looking good and welcoming the volatility, I'm not upset with that. Not even for a little bit. That's what's paid me over the years. But these last 4 days in particular, giving some issues. But I have no choice to size down now, like moving forward for like the next week, next maybe even more than that. For the rest of this week, I can't go over 1,000 shares. Like the day would have to be really, really like everything clicking for me to do that. Watching for the break of the whole dollar here, potentially on SGE. We'll see if it does continue. There are some sellers at 3. So we had a low of 65 on NUVO. Is that a base for us to continue higher, or is this still an area that I want to be concerned about being the backside? I think I still have to give it at least a couple more minutes. So watching SGE in the meantime. High of day on this one was 310. SGE seems to be struggling. 60. NUPO, we got a high here of 08, a low of 65. Well, three mistakes. There's 43 as it's coming down some more, breaking the low of the consolidation. The first wave of momentum might be over. On a day that's this hot, there's usually something that comes later, maybe 30 minutes later, 20 minutes later, and then, scattered momentum throughout the rest of the day. So on hotter days, it's always good for me to stick around. But being this red, I have no choice but to limit myself to small share size for the rest of the day. Again, I mean, it really have to take like a really, really like, because I'm all right mentally, like I wouldn't be against it if another stock comes and I'm like connecting extremely well. But other than that, I'm not gonna try to push it. Makes you think like if I'm to be taking 6,000 shares every trade today, like how much would I have been down in a day? They probably would have been down like 16 grand or something. Shows the risk is real, man. The risk is definitely there. There's at least a few people who are that aggressive, but hopefully they got the right side of the momentum. Some bigger traders out there. The guys in the team house will usually like size down a little bit if we're not seeing that follow through. Some other people they trade a little different, so could be a really big green day, or if you got caught with bigger size. It only takes a few flushes. So I like that NUVO is curling back up here. I'm gonna watch the higher side of the range. 64 might have been worth entry there as well, but how well can we hold up here? And it's not a great. I'm gonna take a loss. It's not a great fill. 13. 08 is a big level. The new 5-minute candle is 30 seconds out. I want to be careful of a false breakout here though. But if it goes, it could be good. We probably can see like 740, 750 again. If the 5-minute candle does make the new high. 10 seconds out. We'll see if volume gets in. If not, maybe it needs more consolidation. Seems like 64 might have been the better entry though. Slower move up. And now it's more so consolidation here. I want the immediate push. The immediate push here. The longer hold at 64 would have been better for sure. Looking at it, looking at how it's moving here. It's trying. It'd be good if we see an explosion though, like how we've been seeing. If there's short sellers that are in, that covers as it goes higher. So 64, 664, bigger size, longer hold, unwinding here. Scalp trades, a little tricky because of the consolidation at 08 area, but ultimately a good move. So this makes me think the stock is serious about getting back to the highs. As long as we don't see like a huge red candle out of nowhere, I think it might get back to the highs. Especially if we can see volume coming in over time. We'll see if there's an entry. No fill there. Tried for 11. Bids jumped up to 13. Time. Candle's about to close in 2 minutes. If this was me like 6 months ago, 7 months ago, I'd have been so frustrated. But as I'm here watching this transpire, it makes sense as to why I didn't connect. But I think back then the issue I'd have is that I just wouldn't accept it. I wouldn't accept the reality. I think accepting it, watching for the next entry, gives me a better chance. 47 high of the last candlestick. Not getting a fill. The spreads are like 15 cents. Not trying not to buy the ask at 25. But I think it looks good here. Again, as long as we can avoid like a huge red candle out of nowhere, I think it looks pretty good. Hopefully we can see a new high of day, or at least a retest of high of day even would be good. Back to 825, another dollar share. It's good that that candle ended like how it did. It's a good, solid, strong candle. We made the new high. To be honest, if I'm in at if I'm in at 64, I probably still, if I would have been able to anticipate this pullback holding, I'd be holding smaller size just to at least see what it does. Can we hold up? Son of a gun. 67. It's too low. Pulling back. The low was 40. This is essentially a retest of the low. This wasn't a teleportation down, so it's not bad. But if it's retesting the low here, higher low, or can we continue and can we continue higher? Low, the entire low is 640. We did see 660 before. Could it still be backside? It's hard to say. I don't think so, but it's hard to say. If it teleports down here, then definitely backside. There are some buyers at 60. I'm gonna take one more trade if I can get an entry here. I'd like to see a little bit more selling, and then I'll give it the risk. If not, if it doesn't work, then I'm definitely done. 3 average. 50. All right, I'm gonna give it a shot. If I go to the depths, that's the day. Red day recap. One last attempt at the 5-minute setup. The only bad thing is that if it's not good, this could be backside. And I'm out. I'll cut it. That's it. That's the day, brother. Relentless trader to the gallows today. And of course, it's bouncing in good fashion as I stop out at the very low. Classic. I'm being sarcastic, but that does happen from time to time. We did not make a new low, by the way. We didn't. We came in 3 cents above the level. Sold because of the red on the tape and maybe a little bit of fear of us like teleporting down. But that's gonna do it. Red 2900. My second biggest red day ever. Unbelievable. Let me import the trader view. If I was still in, I would still be holding. I'd try to wait for a bigger move. Maybe I would sell some, maybe half or something, but can we at least see 710, 715, 720? Big Steve, brother, indeed. I feel good. I feel good mentally. I feel fine. Just a little disappointing to not capitalize on this type of momentum. I did my job the last 3 weeks, which was to just take it slow, not be too aggressive with the slower momentum. And when these stocks come around, we can forget very quickly what the momentum was like. And so 2 weeks ago, we'd see opportunities, but slower grinding stocks, maybe taking 10 minutes to move up 15, 20 cents. And we're scraping 1 cent at a time, 2 cents. In a hotter market, the opportunities are more frequent and even bigger, right? Good move for SGE. Will they go all the way? Everything is carrying so much downside risk. Is it worth it? The last time I was down this amount, it was because I got caught in a halt going down. And on that day, on that trade, I remember saying 600 shares. And then I went and used 1,200 shares because of how high it resumed. I bought the dip very low, but it was close to a halt down. It immediately halted down and resumed $2.20 lower. So I was already red on that day, I think like 1600. And then I took a $3,000 loss. So I ended up being red on the day like close to 5,000. That was a brutal loss. Today a little different, hot opportunity same way, but just multiple losses across the board adding up. Sizing down, damage control mode, that working for like $700. And it's always a tough call because, if I keep size right there, I'd make closer to 17 to 2K back. But the loss still came same way. And I think that's the right thing for me to do, is to use smaller size until I can gain a good rhythm and then try to size back up. But if I was using bigger size, I would have took a bigger loss and went right back down to square one. So all's well, ends well, upwards and onwards. You got to take these L's like a champ. Take the lesson like a champ. Hold what you got. Move forward. So for anybody else who might be red today, it's not a matter of getting frustrated. It's not a matter of revenge trading, over trading, or falling victim to things that you're not supposed to do. Do whatever is necessary to ensure success. And for me right now, it means hitting the X on my Thinkorswim. Coming back tomorrow. I'll be back. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm going to study and I'll be back again. I did study yesterday. The adjustments, the stock on Friday primarily was a huge spread, which is part of the issue today again. Sometimes it's better. You can get better fills with smaller size. Even 2K sometimes it's not huge size, but you can definitely see yourself getting filled higher, let's say. For those people who are not using Thinkorswim, of course, with a direct access platform, you'll get filled on the ass going in if you use a market order, and on the bits coming out. TD is a little different. We still, of course, get fills on the ask a lot of times, but when the spreads are tight, that can kind of negate those higher fills, especially if it's like a 1-2 cent spread. If the stock is going to jump 15-20 cents, who cares about 1 cent? But in this case, we get a 50-60 cent drop, and you kind of assume the ask price is dropping too, at least a little bit. But you buy back, you're in on the moon, you're immediately red against the spreads. The bids are just going lower to the depths. Not a good combination. So utilizing more limit orders, I think, is key. It's strange though, because some days you kind of like see as SGE is trying at $3 again. It might go here, will it? Let's see. It's trying, not quite. Yeah, some days you'll see that ask price drop down. You get that better fill. Okay, there it is. There's 315, 320, but immediately back down to 75. If I took that trade, I would have been red. Even if I'm in at 90, well, maybe I'd have to get lucky to get small green. In at 99, maybe out at 05 on the bids. The ask was at 25, but only for a split second. All right, calling it. I'm going to go take a 5-minute break, and then I'm going to come back and get to work. There's some other stuff I have to do. Oh yeah, let me not forget. So for those of you who are interested in the classes, keep in mind that we're going to do another raffle, right? We're doing another raffle here. I almost forgot. And I can import the trader view. Well, I signed out. We'll import for tomorrow. Almost forgot. So we're doing another day trading meetup, and this time the boys We're going to Miami. We're going to the Vice. So this as you guys know, we've done this twice. We've done New York, we've done Vegas, right? In terms of us flying out a student. Shout out to Spartan in the Discord. Shout out to Jorge in the Discord. 2 members who have won so far. We also met up in Vegas with Pex, who didn't win the raffle, but just happened to be in the same neighborhood that we were staying, and so he said, "Hey, you can come meet us for lunch," and it was a great time. So we're going to do another one, and this time we're going to do Miami. All the back end stuff is already taken care of. So if you are an MMU Diamond member, your name will automatically be entered into the raffle. And we're going to spin the wheel once again. We're going to spin the wheel. Spinning the wheel is always a tough thing for us because, of course, if we were able to, we would have just do an entire resort and bring everybody. But we're not on that level, so we got to do we can only do one. And so there's something else we're going to talk about more later into the a little later into it, but there might be a slot for one person in the community to be able to tag along. But if you choose to come, this is outside the raffle, of course. If you choose to come, you would have to cover your own expense. But we're not going to put that out there officially yet. It's just a thought. But the student who wins through the raffle, of course, will cover your stay and your flights to and from. Yeah, and we'll also carry you around with us, right? In terms of like driving wise. But yeah, it was a great experience last time. You guys can of course check out the vlogs. I've done a vlog. Marcelo's done a vlog as well. I'll post the link to the vlogs and then I'll let you guys go because I know a few of you are still trading. Let's see. Vegas. Is this it? No. Vegas is Marcelo. California. California? Well, yeah. We can show the California one. Why is it so hard? Okay, let me just go to the channel. Somewhere up here. This was such a good vlog too. I mean, shout out to the editor. Whilst Kitty is not perfect, his editing skills are definitely decent. There's the first link, and I'll post the second link, and then we are out of here. Red on such a beautiful day. There's gonna be points and times throughout this day where I randomly blurt out. I get, the people in the gym, they probably think I'm some sort of maniac because like I'd just be walking through the gym randomly and then just stop and just go like like, and it's all of that is just a little bit of like, trading is this thing where, it's definitely not the traditional 9 to 5, right? And it's performance based. And there's gonna be days where the market does have a say, like today. But you also still know how close it is. And I think a lot of that is what motivates a lot of us. There we go, a day in the life in Vegas. Day in the life with the boys. It'll be interesting to see who wins this time. So far, it's been two guys. I know there's a few women in the community. How do you get so much buying power? Well, my account is over 25,000 and it's considered a margin account, which means my settlement is instant. So I can essentially use my 25,000 a million times and it doesn't run out. The moment I exit a position, I then have 25,000 available to me again. And even with the margin that's included, like leverage wise, my broker does 4 times leverage. So it'd be 25,000 times four, or is it times six? So I'd have to take over 100,000 to run out of buying power on one position. These brokers are like banks, they're like banks, so they kind of do what they have to do to keep the business. I'm gonna try and open up a Schwab business account, and I can say this here that I do not have that requirement that they're asking for. So we're gonna see. I'm gonna try to sweet talk them into giving me an account. We'll see how that goes. I'm gonna try different methods, even if the first time doesn't work. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Is there any other questions? If not, I think we can call it. Did I post the link here again? I think I did. Here, I'll just post it again just in case. So there's two links that I posted. And of course, there's a new coupon again, which I almost forgot to mention. Coupon code Miami for 40% off. Coupon code Miami. There was someone who asked for me for a coupon, I think last week, and I said we didn't have any available yet. But here's the new round of coupon. All right, guys. Red day down 3,000. Of course, this is why I'm the most transparent trader that there is, because even if I'm red, it doesn't matter. And, I don't feel any sort of need to try to disguise what I'm doing or hide about what I'm doing. No, this is the real deal. This is what it means to be a day trader, right? For me to be up X amount like I am on the year, 146,000. This is what it takes, right? There's days where I'm gonna show up, I'm gonna try my best, and I'm gonna still not be on the winning side. And you have to understand that it's a part of what it is. A good comparison, a good analogy would be like boxing. Sometimes you train well for the fight. You watch a lot of film on the opponent. You came out, you had a good plan. Mike Tyson just caught you with an uppercut. You knew it was something that was possible and that might have been there. You've bobbed and weaved. You've took a more of a defensive stand once you got hit the first time, but then you got caught again. And that's the reality of trading. And so when it does happen to you, it's imperative to not lose your control, because the moment we lose control is where we become, at the mercies of the seas, the mercy of the markets. And if we ever are in that situation, well, you better hope and pray that it's a very forgiven day, because some days are not. And if it's the wrong day, well, bye bye account. And that has happened to a few of us here throughout the community. So the key is to always stay sound. You know, whilst I would have loved to be green today, or even if I was red, small red, it's part of the deal. It's part of the unwritten contract that we must sign when we decide that this is the field that we want to take on. Because ultimately, this is an extraordinary field for extraordinary individuals. And all the people who are doing extremely well are people who are keeping control of their emotions, even throughout the times where they're not doing well. And if they're doing it, best believe I'll be doing it too. And so upwards and onwards. Remember, if you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hands. And tomorrow, I'm already seeing a nice green day. So I'll reduce my size. I'll do whatever is necessary to ensure success, give myself more longevity. We're sizing down to 1,000 shares tomorrow, and I'm going to keep to 1,000 shares through and through. And I'm going to look to capitalize. Any sort of green is the aim. The mission objective is going to remain the same. Can we get some green, lock it in, and we're going to just try to build. I've been in this situation before, so I'm going to just try to build. Just the aim is green, small green, and then I'll try to string together a few green days. And then once I feel more comfortable and I can get into more of a rhythm, then I will size back up. Share size for me is a privilege. Right now, there's no use in using it if it's not making sense. So I will do what is necessary. All right, with that being said, I'll catch you guys later. Stay safe, stay green. Hit that thumbs up on the way out if you have not already. It's been your favorite YouTuber, Relentless Trader. And I am, of course, signing out.